Considering what a game changer the original BMW X5 was, it's amazing how far wide of the mark the German company originally landed with its smaller SUVs.
The first X3 fell below standards people expected from this premium brand, but it was the first X1 in 2009 that failed to score any good reviews. It's down to this model then to change that.
As BMW's smallest SUV, the X1 is a rival to the Audi Q3 and Mercedes GLA, or a premium take on the Nissan Qashqai. Small is a relative term here though, because compared with a standard family hatchback, or indeed any of its rivals, the X1 offers loads of space on the inside. The boot is easily big enough for most families' needs, plus you get this false floor under which you can store more things, and levers here to drop the back seats. You can also specify a sliding mechanism for the back seat, which allows you to trade legroom for boot space, but as standard the X1 is easily big enough to carry 2 adults in the back. And while the middle seat is narrow, that's par for the course with this class of car.
There's not much to complain about in the front either. The seats are comfortable, it's easy to find a decent driving position. The dials are clear, there's plenty of storage. We've got a decent sized glove box, 2 cup holders, somewhere for your mobile phone and banana. Plus, being an SUV means there's a great commanding view of the road.
BMW's iDrive system is also easy to use with a screen that's mounted high on the dash and logical menu system. All models of the X1 also come with sat-nav as standard.
It's worth noting at this point that the X1 is based on the 2 Series Active Tourer, which has a platform designed for front-wheel drive rather than BMW's traditional rear-wheel drive setup. Engine choices come down to 3 diesels and 1 petrol. Automatic gearboxes are available across the range, and all bar the entry-level 18D come with active all-wheel drive system as standard. Today I'm in the 25D, which has a 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel engine pushing out 231 horsepower, propelling this little beast from 0 to 60 in just 6.6 seconds. It's a mighty thing with a great turn of speed and yet remains pretty quiet when cruising.
This engine returned 56 miles per gallon in official fuel tests. In our hands though, it's been doing 38.9 mpg.
For the ultimate fuel economy though, you'll have to go for the 18D, which in official fuel tests returns 69 miles per gallon and has a CO2 emission figure of 114 grams per kilometre. Good news is, no matter which X1 you go for, they are all a delight to drive. The steering is nicely weighted and precise, the nose turns into the corners well, and overall it just feels so much more agile than you would expect of a high-riding SUV. Aside from a bit of tyre roar, it's comfortable too, with minimum engine and wind noise and well-judged suspension that keeps body roll under check round corners, yet at the same time isn't too firm, especially if you go for the adaptive suspension, which at less than £400, you really should. Thanks to items such as powered tailgate and DAB digital radio fitted as standard, we'd normally advise to go for the base specification. However, that's only available with BMW's entry-level diesel and front-wheel drive, so actually most people will be forced into a higher specification, whether they like it or not.
Safety credentials are good though, and while prices are higher than rivals with similar specifications, company car tax rates and running costs are about as good as they get for a premium SUV.
Make no mistake, BMW has done a fine job of addressing the reservations that surrounded the original X1. The new version is more spacious, more comfortable, better equipped and more fun. In fact, it begs the question, is it really worth spending the extra money on an X3? To read in-depth reviews of other small premium SUVs and more, visit the Telegraph Cars website by clicking here, and don't forget to subscribe to the Telegraph Cars YouTube channel by clicking here.